Today I'm going to paint a stack of books. Hi friends, I'm Olga Koelsch, watercolor artist, teacher and a book author. Welcome to my studio. I want to create really colorful stack of books and I will start, for example, with indigo paints. If you have flat brushes, that would be very easy. If you don't, you just try it with the round brush. So I load my brush with my mix and I create my first book. I can add some thickness to the book and I can create a slightly rounded shape to make it thicker, like this. And then I can get some paints right from the pen and add a little bit darkness to the bottom. And I can even add some decoration to the book cover. Then I wash my brush and then I go into something pink. I think it is alizarin crimson. Alizarin crimson. And I will place another book, but I want to create relatively an even pile, so I will shift that next book to the side and I paint it slightly touching the previous book and I make it looking slightly outside. I purposefully leave everything mix and remix. I find it very beautiful to watch. And with my small brush, I have an extra small brush, I can work a little bit on the cover, on the book covers. For example, I can add some name tag supposed to be here. Also, I remember that there is a light typically from the top that will create a shadow on the bottom. And I can add more of decorative elements on the book. Just absolutely improvising. Now let's add another one. But now let's turn the book on the different side so we can see the pages. And usually for the pages can be good to use something yellowish, for example raw sienna, pretty diluted, some neutral beige paint in a different direction. Let's make it here. But if we turn the book like this, we see not only the pages, but we can see the cover. So let's add some cover, and I'm thinking I will use ultramarine blue with my small brush. Actually, I think I will paint it turning to the side so I can see the book cover on the left and on the top and the bottom, of course. Remember that the book cover is usually a bit longer than the pages, so paint a little bit around. One line, another line. And the bottom line should be darker than the top one because of the shadow. If you don't like those bleeds, you can just wait after each book, let it all dry, or if you prefer more loose painting, just go bravely ahead. Then let's paint some thicker book, thicker than the others. Can be, for example, a dictionary. I'm not sure whether nowadays anyone uses dictionaries, but I think I heard about this one, very thick one, but relatively small. So let's call it dictionary. It's nice to create a bit of rounded shape for that. Okay. With my smaller brush, I go again into my red and add a bit of shadow and some decorative elements. And right now I see those bleeds and I have an idea how I can use it even more nicer. I wash my brush, I dry it with a paper towel, and with horizontal moves I added more texture to the pages. I like how these pages look like. So I like how this book look like. From the side I want to add another one. I will use my beige mix, but of course I will place this book now differently, like this. Feels like I'm playing Jenga game, trying to balance all these books, all these blocks. I would like to use some of my purples. It's a great opportunity to use those paints you haven't used before. And of course, firstly I'm starting with the book cover. Let's place this book. Let's make the cover on the opposite side, on the right. A bit of rounded shape. And on the top, don't forget to add a little bit of darkness to the bottom. Like this. And can add a couple of long lines imitating the pages. What I haven't painted, green, sap green, and I want to see the book is tilted. I can see the corner of the book, the cover. And now comes an important part. I will rather switch to my smaller brush. I can see the corner, and now I have to emphasize that. And I need to create this rounded shape for the cover. Shadow. It's very convenient if you just grab some paints right from your pens to add the shadow. Like this. And then we have the part with pages. I grab my beige mix, just the same as I did before, and I paint the pages part by stepping a little bit aside from the cover, from the top, and just decide for yourself how long will be your book, how big will be the angle. Not so big, I guess like this. I can even leave it like this with white spots to emphasize the pages. Then I switch my brush, I use my green mix, and I have to paint the cover on this part and on this part, underneath the book, on top of the book. Add some cover on the top. Very convenient if you just firstly make outlines, then use your clean damp brush, then soften everything. The top is very light, it's looking at the source of the light. But now we have a bit of weird thing, because it looks like the book is hanging somewhere. That means we need to add also a piece of cover for the previous book. And I add some angle underneath, some triangle on one side and a bit on the other side. Make sure everything connects and main lines are in parallel. Same here. And pages. I would like to add some shadow. For the shadow, I just watering paper underneath, mix my what I use for this book with a little bit of brown. And paint around. Soft paints. Now comes the decorative elements. Make sure that all your book pile is completely dry. You can grab, for example, blue and add some decorative elements to the cover. If you paint a little bit in between, leaving light parts, light rectangles, it will also create some old vintage looking style of the book. About this, so now you can really be creative or have a look at your books for an inspiration. How can be books decorated? I would like to add a couple of dry brush strokes. Same red paint I used. I keep my brush flat to the book, slide it down or slide it up, trying to move my brush a little bit curvy because this is very thick book, dictionary, we called it a dictionary. So I will create this texture on the book. If you have some golden paints or silver paints, that can be fun to add some really vintage touch. Best of all, it will work on the darker books. Let's try to repeat the same trick. Dry brush stroke. And now our stack of books is ready for reading. Thank you so much for painting with me. I hope you enjoyed the process. I'm looking forward to know what would you like to paint next. And see you soon. Bye bye.